What's up, guys? This is the Quiet Line 84 channel. I'm Shane. Let's get into this video. So first of all, got some breaking news. Variety just reported that Robert Pattinson will be joining the DCEU. And he's going to be playing the Batman. Yes. I did a video about this back in early February. The rumors were already starting to swirl because Ben Affleck had left the role and Robert Pattinson was on that list. So I did a video, and I'll link that in the description, about why I think he should be the next Batman. So we're going to talk about why I think he should be the next Batman. One, he can act. Now, I've recently, once the rumors started swirling, I wanted, and he became my top choice. I wanted to go dig into his filmography. Now, at that point, I had only seen Harry Potter, and I saw Good Time, which Harry Potter, they're great. We all love Harry Potter. He had a small, he was in one of the movies, and then Good Time. Good Time is really good. It's a really good time. Just joking. But yeah, so it was a really good movie. It was kind of like an indie flick, I guess. It wasn't really, it didn't get really high box office numbers or anything like that. But it was a great movie. It's on Amazon right now if you want to check it out. But in that, he plays that role of a guy who is charming, but also not a very good person. And he's on the run, and he's kind of have to do some shady things, but whoever he runs into, he kind of has to put that charming face on. So that kind of reminds me of someone who does things secretly at night and can also play Bruce Wayne during the day. So I think when I saw that, and then you tie that in with, yes, I did see the Twilight movies. I had to really beg my wife to rewatch them with me. Just kidding. She gladly watched them with me. She loved it, and it was fun. I mean, they were great. They are what they are. They're that teen romance type movies. But what that shows me is that he's committed. He's committed to the role. He did 5 movies total in the Twilight franchise. He played the brooding part very well. So the guy, he's committed to the role. He can act. And also, so right now I'm just kind of going through his filmography. High Life is out there right now. That's something I really want to see, but I can't because they're not showing it locally around here. I don't know why, but that's getting really good reviews. It's my favorite genre of sci-fi. So the guy has done a lot of movies to pull himself away from the Twilight role, to prove that he can act. And you can ask anybody out there, even Christopher Nolan, who he's going to be in Christopher Nolan's next movie next year. So if Christopher Nolan pulls you in and wants you to star in his next movie, there's probably a big reason why. Because you can act, and there's something about you that he wants to sell his movie. He thinks that you're going to be great for this part. We don't know what it is about, but I'm excited about it. Christopher Nolan's one of my favorite directors, so if he trusts him to helm one of his movies, then that should be a feather in your cap right there. So we have all these. We have the Twilight movies. We have a Harry Potter movie. We have a lot of Good Time, High Life. A lot of these the Lost City of Z, which I haven't seen that yet. But he's doing all these movies to kind of separate himself from Twilight. Then he has the Christopher Nolan movie, and then that'll be next year in 2020. And then he has The Batman coming out in 2021. Now, let me give you a brief history of where this fits, because maybe you might be new to this comic book universe, these comic book movies, and you don't know where to start. So let me kind of catch you up on what's happened with this role of the Batman, because you might be thinking, I thought Ben Affleck was Batman. Well, let me catch you up. So, Man of Steel came out, Batman vs. Superman came out. Now, this is the DCEU. This is the DC Extended Universe. You have the Marvel Universe and you have DC. We're talking about DC, the better one of the two. Just kidding. Kinda. So you have Man of Steel, starring Superman, Henry Cavill. Then you had Batman vs Superman, Henry Cavill, Amy Adams, and Ben Affleck, who played Batman. Then from there you had Wonder Woman, and then you had Justice League, where Ben Affleck also played a role. He was also in Suicide Squad. So all those movies happened, and right around that time is when we started to hear that Ben Affleck was going to be directing the next Batman solo movie. And he wrote the script. Everything was moving along. He showed up at Comic-Con, and everything was going to happen. And then Justice League came out. It was a critical failure. It did okay in the box office. Fans hated it. It wasn't my favorite. It's probably my least favorite DC movie. It just was a mess. There's a whole behind the scenes issue with it. But in all that, Ben Affleck decided that he wasn't going to direct the movie. So then we're like, is he going to still be the Batman? We don't know. So fast forward. He's not directing it. They bring in a new director, Matt Reeves. He did the last two Planet of the Apes movies. He did Cloverfield. So he's proven that he can do these big budget blockbuster movies. Now probably this was early this year. Ben Affleck went on Jimmy Kimmel. He retired the cowl. He said he's no longer going to be the Batman. So boom, automatically it's like, okay, what's happening with the role? He's not going to. Ben Affleck's gone. What's going to happen? And then that's whenever the rumors started to swirl. And Matt Reeves also went out and said he wanted to find a younger Batman. So that's when that list started getting narrowed down. Like, who could this be? And Robert Pattinson was on that list. And boom, here we are. Robert Pattinson is the next Batman. The younger Batman that Matt Reeves wanted is here. So I'll leave you with this. I'll leave you with what I think the movie will be about. Now, because they're going younger, I believe it's going to be a flashback. We're going to go back to the early days of Batman. There's a line in Batman vs Superman where he's talking to Alfred and he says, 20 years in Gotham. Paraphrasing, what has that brought us? Who's stayed good? So that 20 years in Gotham you could just tell so much story right there. So I believe that we are going back to those 20 years in Gotham. When Batman vs Superman came out, he was an old grizzled Batman. He wasn't the Michael Keaton Batman or anything like that. He'd been doing that. He was tired. He was old. He was fed up. So now I think we're getting that. We're going to be telling that's 20 years of Gotham in the DCEU. So it's going to be a flashback, and it'll probably be a trilogy. The only question that I have is he going to be in the next Justice League movie when they do the team-ups? Is it going to be Robert Pattinson, or could it still be Ben Affleck? It's probably not going to be Affleck. He's done with the role, but I think it would be really cool if Affleck stayed on as the older Batman, and then we got this younger Batman over here. But that might be too confusing. I could see why people wouldn't like that, but who knows? I just really miss Ben Affleck. I thought he was perfect for the role, but I'm really excited to see what Robert Pattinson can bring to this. Like I said before, he can act. He looks the part. I'm not going to body shame him, but the guys that get these superhero roles, usually they bulk up, they beef up. Look at Zachary Levi. All these guys hit the gym, and he probably will do the same. He's 6'1". He's not as tall as Ben Affleck, but it's Hollywood. They can make these guys look tall, and 6'1" is fine. I think that's fine for the role. So I'm just excited to see what the future of this, is going to hold for the DCEU. Can he hold it up? The Batman is like the biggest character that DC has. I mean, he's on the Mount Rushmore of DC characters. He's probably the most popular comic book character in the world. So it's kind of some big shoes to fill. He's the youngest person that's ever been casted in the role, so that's another pressure situation. So yeah, I mean, like I said, I'm excited. I want to know what you guys think. Hit me up on Twitter, QuietLine84. Follow me on Letterboxd. I'll be writing my review for the Batman when it comes out in 2021. But also follow me on there because I just like seeing what you guys are watching. I want you guys to know what I'm watching, and just it's a great place to keep in touch with what films we're watching together. So, yeah, leave some comments below. Just let me know what you guys think about Robert Pattinson. Do you think he's going to be the next, or do you think he has enough chops to be the next Batman? And, just what's your opinion on the role? I mean, it's always negative at first. People are always going to say negative things, but then I think once we get into the trailer and the reveal of some still photos, and then people are going to get more excited. But I'm already excited. I'm a DC fan, so this is just big news for me. So, to me, it means that they're still moving forward with the DCEU. It's not dead like everybody says it is. They had some bumps in the road, yes, but they're still continuing to move forward, and that's what I'm excited most about. So hit me up. Let me know what you guys think. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please like and subscribe, and I'll check you guys later.